So hello everyone, I have completed the full stack application regarding the AI requirement analyzer where the web application is suitable and reliable for the IT team and the managers. So here we can see that the dashboard for the SW analyzer, and it's give the static view of the AI backend and API gateway. So here we can see the total project 91 and the documents 222 has been extracted through the chunks and the embedding as well the in the vector format. So we can see the breakdown of the project in the chart view, which is bar diagram, and here total we have 91, and these are null because it's need to be completed or be on the ongoing process. So we do have the recent activities like today's tasks and Wednesday work, SW internet. So if I go to analyze file and if I will upload the new file statement of work SW and give the name for the project new project. So I will start with the AI analysis, and it will do what? It will first store the data. First it will break down the content of the PDF into chunks, vector, as well in the embedding vector, and it will store those data in PostgreSQL in JSON-B format, and from there a rag approach, which is retrieval augmented generation, will um, play the big role on the analysis process. So it will the rag will provide um the tags regarding the project and the estimate date for the project. So yeah, we do have the risk analysis assumption, and yeah, that's all for the rag approach. And I have built this web application using the TypeScript and the Node.js server. As well, I have used the Llama 3 version model for the AI. And for the front end, I have uses the React Material UI reusable component. And for the backend validation, I have used the Zord validation library. Um, yeah, it will take some time, but it will process the document. It's still processing. So for now, I will pause this. So as we can see that the analysis process has been completed, and it says the duration of the project is 18 days, and yeah, it will give two modules for its product. So if I click on the explore for breakdown and analysis, it will give the project title, as well the project scope overview. If I Yeah, we can see that here the potential risks, it's analyzed the risks, and it gives the list of the potential risks, and we can see the key performance needed, and we do have the assumption as we discussed earlier. So the function, the construction, we do have total 9 days for the database and data management implementation and setup. So regarding the front end, we do have the identical days for the front end tasks. So if I click on the project, we can see the list of the project library coming from the database, and it's it shows in the project tabs. So we can see all the tabs regarding the project. Here are some data which I have been seeded and the populated the database through the seed command. So these are some data which has been seeded, and the above this data has been dynamically uploaded and stored in the database. So now let's move to the Swagger UI dashboard. So here we can see that I have the API analyze file post method endpoint. So here I'll simply upload the file from the local and give the project name. So it will give the response like this. So with the project ID, with the analysis, technical needs, and the constraint modules, so on. And with the get API project in command, we get all the data stored in the database, and we can get the respective project by their project ID. And I have created the documents regarding the content documentation and the backend documentation and the AI backend documentation. So in this documentation, we can see that we have the overview, features, the chunks, embedding calculation, RAG with phys vector, and LLM model, which I have used the llama. And here we can see the .env setup and the Python with the full guidance for how to do setup and how to run the program. As well for the backend, we do have same the env setup and the backend setup. So it will be easier to do the setup for the full stack web application with the AI backend. And we can also um, create the tables in database with this command. So we don't need to create the table manually because I have used the type ORM for the migration. If we simply run the migration command, it will automatically create the table in database, and as well it will populate the database with the seed data. And for the front end, I have used the React 18 and no yeah, and the node JS required 18 plus. um, and yeah, that's all for the AI requirement analysis, and have a great time.